Hey, this is Martha. My Black Friday purchases have started to come in, so I'm going to be doing a few videos about those. This is going to be video one, obviously, and I'll start with three companies. And today I have La La Land Crafts, Spellbinders, and The Greeting Farm. And they're just all in this big box together, but I'll do it individually as I start talking. The way that I handle craft shopping is I work from a wish list. So as much as I would love to buy all the things every month, it's just not feasible. There's no way. There's so many companies and there's a limited amount of funds, right? I think all of us are in that same boat. And so what I do is I look at releases as they come up each month, and things that I have an instant idea for, like I see a happy birthday die or a stamp set that, has gingerbread men on it or whatever. And I see it and I instantly think, I need that. I could make a card for this person, or so and so would love this if I made them, a project with it. Those are the things that I buy first. And then everything else where it's like, oh, I really like that little girl baking, but I already have 5 other little girls baking, but I really like this one, but do I need it right now? And that game we play where you kind of go back and forth in your mind on should you or shouldn't you buy something. So those things I then put on a wish list divided up by company. And then as the months are going on, if I see I have an extra $20 that I could spend somewhere, then I work from that wish list. Or if a company's having a sale, I don't have to go back and think, what was it I wanted from here, because I'm working from a wish list. And it's just that simple. That's how I do it. It's what works for me. It's really helped me figure out what things I absolutely want versus things that I get caught up in the moment with it because everybody else is buying it. Will I actually use this thing? In some things, the longer they sit on my wish list, the more I'm like, yeah, no, I really don't want that. And then I can just delete it off of my list. Or, sometimes I keep it on there. There's some things on my wish list that have been on there for a couple years. And then if a company's going out of business, or if there's like a rock bottom clearance price, then I might pick it up. But this is just the way that I shop, because again, there's only so much money in the month, and I want to make sure I'm spending what I do have wisely. So, like I said, this box has La La Land Crafts, Spellbinders, and The Greeting Farm. And so I'm going to move this box off to the side, and then we will go ahead and get into it. So I'll start with The Greeting Farm. One thing that I'll mention while I'm doing this is just how companies package their things. So The Greeting Farm always just comes in a bubble mailer. Nothing really special about it. Turn that over so my address isn't showing. But one thing that I do love is that they include a packing list, because a lot of times I buy things and then I forget what I bought. So this helps me not have to go back through 500 emails. So I really do appreciate when companies do that. And these are all things that were on my wish list. The Greeting Farm has the most adorable Anya stamps, and now they've kind of branched into some critters also. I love coloring their Anyas. One of the things that I have found lately with the Greeting Farm is that I'll like one stamp set from the release. And it's just not cost effective to spend, shipping on one stamp set. So if it's not something that I have a definite idea of what I want to use it on, again, I just put it on my wish list. And then once I have 3 or 4 stamps, or if they're having a sale, then I'm able to go back and buy those things and make, reach the free shipping threshold, or make the shipping cost more cost effective. So this first one is Knitting Anya. And I just absolutely love that she's sitting in her chair with her yarn and her knitting needles. The sentiments, hooked on you, all, I can't even read this. All you knit is love and knit happens. I love the basket of yarn over here. And then this yarn skein with the heart on it is so adorable. So my mom does a lot of knitting and crocheting, and she's now taught my girls how to do it. So I definitely wanted this in my stash for them. I think it's going to be so fun to make cards with. Next up, we have Snuggle Anya. Hopefully the glare is not too much. And I, again, just really love coloring these Anyas because of the size of them. It's really great marker practice. I've recently changed from Copics to Olos, so getting used to blending and you know how it works with different markers. There's a learning curve there. So having these larger images to color is really helpful. And this one, we have a hey, so cute, the snuggle is real, need a hug, and then just these cute animals that can go with it, or you can just leave her by herself, which is probably what I would do. But this one is cute with her little bow on the top and her clothes. I like that one. Next up is Holiday Anya 13. So I do have the other Anyas in this holiday set. This one does have a misprint in the word, but the reason I went ahead and got it instead of waiting for a reprint of this stamp is because this image right here is so cute and it will look adorable on all the winter cards. Will I use this sentiment? Probably not that much. So I was okay getting it at a discounted price. And then a stack of presents and the penguin with its winter gear. It's just a cute set. So I'm glad to have it to finish out my Holiday Anya. I'm pretty sure I have all the other ones that have been released. I might need to go check on that and add some to my wish list if I haven't. But yeah, super cute. And then we're kind of going to get here into some pets. So like I said, let me shuffle these around to find them all. Normally I don't do the pet things or the animal things from the greeting farm, but these ones I thought were really cute. So this one is Maddox the dog, and this is why I'm saying put things on a wish list, because paying full price for this, I probably couldn't justify it knowing that I only wanted a couple of images on it. I love the dog with the mail, I love the mailbox, and I love the dog with the book. I do like this Happy Meal sentiment. Now that I'm looking at it, I love it a lot more to from. Sometimes you just need to get things in your hands because the website or those, you know, flat images online are not really doing it justice. But this is such a cute set that had just been sitting on my wish list for a couple months waiting for, you know, me to have enough to get free shipping. And so I'm glad I was able to add it to my stash. I do a lot of journaling also in addition to card making. So putting like the mailbox on a Happy Mail day, a day that we go to the library as a family, like all of these little images are going to fit perfectly in my journal. This one again is another animal one, which normally I would just keep moving past, but it's called Amelia the Bunny. And again here with her knitting or crocheting. This one with her snuggled up would be cute on like a movie night type card or a journaling page. Comfy days are here is such a sweet sentiment. Stay warm and cozy. Love that. I love these little stitched hearts. I don't know if you guys can see that there's stitching on there, but that is adorable. This one is called Book Lover, and I bought this specifically for this bookshelf. There have been a couple times over the last few months of me crafting where I needed a bookshelf, and I don't know why I don't have one, but I don't. So this is specifically why I bought this. And then we do a lot of library days as our family because we homeschool. So having these different images will be fun in my journal also. And then of course you have I love reading, Book Lover, cozy up with a good book. It's story time. Great sentiments all around. And I like this little mouse with his cookie. And then this one is Happy Shopping. I love the buildings. Buildings are so hard to find on stamp sets. A lot of them have gone to digital, and try as I might, I just can't get into the digital thing. I don't know what it is. I'm hoping 2026 will be different with that, but in the meantime, this little girl with her shopping bags, yes, all day long. The pig with the grocery bag, this guy with his coffee. I'm actually not a coffee drinker, but we could fudge it and pretend it was hot chocolate or something else warm. But the buildings are why I bought this specifically. So cute. And this one I did just kind of on a whim. I don't drink coffee, but I absolutely love hot chocolate. And I'm kind of a hot chocolate snob. It needs to be made with milk or cream. It has to be really good chocolate. It needs whipped cream. It needs, you know, like all these different things when I make my hot chocolate. It's quite the experience. And do I have other hot cocoa stands? Absolutely. I probably have at least 5 or 6 in my stash. Will I keep buying them? Yes, I will. It's just one of those things. I feel like as crafters, we all have like this thing where we're like, yes, this is where I live at. Some people are into retro things. Some people are into music. Mine is definitely stands of different kind. Hot cocoa stands, fruit stands, taco stands. I don't know why, but that's where I live at. And so I will keep buying these as long as I see them. But I really loved the Sentiment Hot Cocoa Kisses. I feel like that could go on so many things with winter crafting. And then you have You Warm My Heart. This one is Cozy Winter. And I really don't even know why I bought this. There wasn't anything specific that stood out at me, except for I did like this little bunny with her earmuffs. But the images are cute. And the snowball is adorable too. And then the Sentiment Winter is here. And then this one is the emoji couple, where she has Anya and Ian together. And I love all the emojis. I love his book bag, her cell phone, and then all of the different emojis. The fire emoji, hearts, thumbs up, or it could be thumbs down, I guess, depending on which way you turn it. Love this. And I want to say that the Greeting Farm, it was 20 or 25% off. I should have written what it was. I don't remember offhand, or maybe it was 30%, maybe, looking at this. I don't know, but it was an amazing Black Friday sale. So, definitely put them on your list of places to shop next year if you don't normally shop their Black Friday sale. Next up, we have La La Land Crafts, and again, they included a packing slip. Thank you so much for that. And this year, I didn't buy a ton of Anya's. I mostly went in with, or not, is it Anya here? No, Marcy, I'm sorry. Anya was the Greeting Farm. Marcy is La La Land. I didn't buy a ton of them. I just actually got one stamp, and the rest was all paper. And I'm not going to flip through this, individually. But if you have never tried La La Land's paper, their 6x6 packs are amazing. The colors are so vibrant, and they have such great images on them. This, of course, is a washi paper pack. So I'll show you the back just so you kind of get a hint. But I'd be standing here all day if I went through all of these. This one is in the city. And so you're going to have that background, and you can just cut it down to size that you need for your image to sit on it. This one I actually already have, and I needed another one. It's called Spring Song, and it is the most beautiful paper pack with flowers and music notes in the background. Going places. Lately, we've been doing a lot of traveling. Our girls have and stuff, so having these type of images with airplanes and suitcases, the stamp set, the stamps that they put in your passports, it's going to be so perfect. Here we have at the carnival. If you don't know, I have an obsession with carnivals and circuses. It stems all the way back to childhood, which is a long story I won't tell right now. But if there is a carnival or circus paper pack, it is going to instantly go into my collection. I love this page here with the tickets on it. So great. And then this one I also have too. I am not a pink lover. I know there are a lot of crafters that they just love pink and everything is pink. I actually love purple, hence the name, Crafty Purple Elephant. But I will tolerate pink, especially if it is linked with navy blue. And that is what this paper pack is. It's pinks and navy blues, and it is beautiful. A lot of floral images that work well for cards. And then I did a couple of dies. I needed slots for albums. You saw the album video probably. And I didn't have any slot pockets. So these were larger. I really like the size of them. I want to say that the larger one is all like 5 or 6 inches across. So that is perfect for journaling slots. And then these two things I got specifically to go in conjunction with the Spellbinders dies, which I'll show you in a second. But this is a key. And then we have Marcy Girl Power. And I love the headband and the jean outfit. So specifically going with that was Spellbinders. So Spellbinders, I don't even pretend to understand how their things work. Like they're always having some kind of sale. So I don't even know if this was a good deal, Black Friday deal, just stuff that was on clearance. I have no idea. But what I do know is that this whole situation was on their sale. And so it's classic cars. There's dies with the sentiments, have a classic happy birthday, Father's Day, anniversary, best wishes, and congrats. And I got this Marcy specifically to go with these cars. And I don't have it in my mind yet exactly how I'm going to do it, but I'm kind of seeing like the car in the background and then her maybe stamped inside, or, you know, her towards the front and the cars in the back. I'm not exactly sure yet. I have to work it out in my head what I'm going to do, but I knew that I wanted these cars. So there's the three of them came together in a set, and it's, you know, the vintage muscle car, and then the classic car, and then the old truck. And all three of those are amazing, and they're all really good sizes to fit on projects. Then there was the speedometer. This is also a die. This thing is huge, way bigger than I thought it was going to be, so that is nice. I have issues with little teeny tiny things. I don't know why, probably because my hands are so big. And then this is just a stamp set with the words. So they're showing you here how you can put it together with this other die. Love that. And it's going to be so great. It's hard to make masculine cards because everything is like flowers and, you know, whatever. So having those bigger dies are going to be perfect to fill up a whole card front. I did finally jump on the bandwagon for the classic mouse things. I did have the alphabet, there was an alphabet and a couple other pieces, but I finally jumped on the bandwagon with these. Will I ever make a paper-pieced Mickey or Minnie? Who knows? One would hope that I would. But if I'm being honest, I don't know if I will or not. We'll see. But this one specifically I loved with the circles. The well, hello there, and oh boy, swell and golly. Love that. And I've seen so many crafters use these already, and there's so many great ideas. So we'll see if I'm able to recreate some of the things that I've seen or make something of my own. Not sure, but they were on sale. So that was my justification. They moved from the wish list into my cart, and then they were purchased. I also picked up these fans, and well, this is a fan die, and then this is an embossing folder. I haven't used an embossing folder in years. It's been a good 8-9 years since I've used an embossing folder, so that might be something that makes a comeback in 2026. We'll see. But I love all things Asian, especially Japanese, because of the time I spent there as a child and then as a young adult. Our third child was actually born in Japan, so I had to pick these up to go with all of the Japanese images that I have. I do have a ton of Kokeshi doll style stamps already, so I did not buy the paper piecing sets that match this collection. I don't remember offhand what the collection is called, but this stamp is called Fan and Bow, or this die is Fan and Bow, and then Floral Fans embossing folder. But I did pick these up to go with things I already have. So that's another way that I kind of like to craft. If I see things and think, oh, this would go with this other thing, then, you know, it works out. And then again, because it was on sale, this embossing folder just, I don't know, just jumped out at me. Thought it was really pretty with the butterflies and the flowers. Really, really pretty. So we'll see if embossing folders make a comeback in my craft room in 2026 or not. But yeah, gorgeous. And that one was called Beautiful Butterflies. And then they did have, all stuck together. They did have the Just Saying collection on the clearance rack, and this packet was, you could only buy one of them, so that's what I did. But it comes with all of the things. So here is a chipboard piece, and I just love this collection. So I already had the speech bubble dies, so you're not going to see those here, but if you haven't seen them, definitely check them out. The reason I love that speech bubble die and bought it instantly was because the speech bubble is stitched, and then there's a layering piece that goes behind it, so you're getting double dimension. I love shadow pieces on dies, and so I had to have it. And then I just love speech bubbles in general, so this whole collection, just love it. Absolutely beautiful. And again with the flowers, and I told you I don't even like pink like this, but I think because they incorporated this minty green with it, so pretty. So chipboard stickers are great for journaling. They're great for accents on projects. So it came with that, and then an ephemera pack with all these great pieces, a sticker pack. Love the word stickers here. Those are so great to add, especially in journaling projects. This is just another, I bought this one separately, another sticker pack. This is the cardstock die cuts. Comes with all these pieces. I like the remember this. And then the listing. That's so fun. And then the dies. Love this big ampersand here. And the arrows, the dollar sign. So many people will do question marks and exclamation marks. It is hard to find money stamps and dies. So if you're out there and you're on design teams or whatever, put in a plug for me that we need dollar signs and ampersands and other things besides question marks and exclamation marks, please. And then the stamp set that comes with this, like I said, I already had the speech bubbles, but I didn't buy the die or the stamp. So these stamps will fit inside of the speech bubbles that they have. So I love you, happy day, you're amazing, hello, excellent, a day in the life, just saying, what an amazing day, my world, you plus me, yes please, memory, so much happy, all day, every day. I'll probably use that one a lot. Time to relax, and heck yes. So love this. And I love these little background pieces that then you could use too to make it look like notebook paper or a journaling card. That's going to be great to have. And then the last thing from my Spellbinders die that I got, or Spellbinders haul that I got, was this Pip and Rank cutting die. And it is, you know, to make your playing cards. And I got this specifically to go with Alice in Wonderland themed projects. Because I have nothing like this in my stash. This would also work good if you have, you know, like a gambling card, or not a gambling problem, but like gambling cards, or Las Vegas style, or, you know, that kind of theme too. But in my mind, when I saw it, I was like, I need this for the playing cards for Alice in Wonderland. So that is what I picked up. So like I said, this is haul number 1. I have so many more things coming in. It's not even funny, but like I said, planned for it, knew exactly what I was going to get, and I'm excited that they've started coming in. Oh, you know what? I'm looking in this box and I see one thing that I missed because it was with the trash. I'm glad I didn't throw it out. I came across these a couple months back and I really, really love them. So they are gift card pockets. If you've never seen these before, they come in a pack of 12. So it's a really good deal. And anytime I see them on a sale or clearance thing with Spellbinders, I go ahead and pick them up. So it's just a self-adhesive pocket, clear, and it sticks on your project. So you can put it inside of a card. I'm sorry, I'm not even in frame. You could put it in, you know, the inside of a card. You could put it on the back of a 3-dimensional project. And it just works good to slide your gift card in. Let me see if I have an empty one here. I always keep a card here just for this purpose, but your gift card just slides right in. And then, like I said, this is clear. So it will literally go with anything. You don't have to worry and stress too much about finding the right kind of paper to make a pocket with. It just fits in there perfectly. So I love having these on hand for quick gifts, cards that need a gift card tossed into them. Definitely recommend these. Love these. So again, you get 12 of them. And I want to say they're just a couple dollars, like $4 or $5, I think, when they're not on sale. So even if they're not on a sale rack, they're, you know, a good one to pick up. So with that, that is it. And yeah, I will catch you on the next video.